Hello and welcome to another Win Daily Show. My name is Michael Raziel. I'm here with my man Polo Jim, Big Tom, Timmy Jim with no P Thompson, and we are here to talk about the 9-8 MLB DFS Slate. Jim, how you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing excellent. Absolutely excellent. I wanted to go outside and play baseball, but it didn't work out according to plan. So now I'm here just talking about baseball. Let's go.
Let's go. Second best thing besides playing baseball is talking baseball with Mike. Could be much worse. Probably could be a little bit better, but we got a fun slate, huge slate. I think we got 9 games for you here
Nine
tonight.
gamer.
Watch out for Cincinnati, Chicago, showing a little rain there in Chicago. So let's maybe we can take advantage. Maybe we can stay away from that one. We'll see what happens there. But let's jump right into it, buddy. Let us talk a little bit about this pitching. So we got some interesting pitching going on. We got Walker Buehler, who's been kind of not on a leash, but man, he never seems to go very deep into games in Arizona. I don't really like playing pitchers in Arizona. We got Clevenger making his first start against Colorado in San Diego. So we'll see how the heck that one works. We got Lance Lynn lining up against them Angels, who have just been nothing but terrible this year. Michael Wacha is priced in 9,000. Right? I mean, you can see my shirt, everybody. I'm laughing at that because I've seen Michael Wacha pitch this year. And then we have no, we'll stop there. So this top tier range, 9K and above, we'll call it. Got a couple weird ones. Got a couple ones we like. How are you looking at this top of the slate of pitching, Big Jim?
I'm not a huge fan of anyone on the top of the slate, honestly. I like the only one sneaking out to me even upwards would be, I think the highest I'm going to actually pay up is 8,700 for C's. I don't like Bueller. I don't like Clevenger a little bit, maybe. No, Lynn. Okay, I like Lynn. I like Lance Lynn a little bit. That's going to be a low scoring game for sure, especially going up against Heaney too. We got a 8-run implied total, 4.2 from LA, 3.9 from Texas. Yeah, I think that's going to be a good low scoring one. I also think another thing about that too with GPPs is if you're Heaney's going to be high owned, so you could also there's so much leverage at and pivots at that price as well, and I think you got a 65 WRC plus against lefties for Texas too. That could be a super solid one, man. I'm getting excited just looking at all this and thinking about it now because it's like I'm gonna win some money.
Big Jim, Polo Jim coming out all frisky like. I love this, man. I've never seen this
Frisky
side of you.
Polo Jam.
Frisky Polo Jim, FPJ. Let's get it. Yes, I do agree with you. I think Haney is going to be very high owned. I also think Lance Lynn, our boy over here, Sticks Picks, loves Lance Lynn pretty much every year, or pretty much every day he's pitching. He's been all about him. Thought he was going to get traded at the deadline, ended up not getting traded at the deadline. Sticks is also a very big fan of Dylan Cease. Now, is that because he's a White Sox fan? Is that because he likes winning money? I don't know. But
Or
he's
both.
also a big fan of, yeah, or both. Hey, sometimes those two things go, my friend, hand in hand, like Jim and Polo t-shirts.
I never thought that would happen. Jim and
There
Polo
you go.
t-shirts.
Jim and Polo t-shirts. Here we are. We're having a good time. So Dylan Cease is another one, but I do agree with you. I think Heaney is going to be very high owned. I think Lance Lynn is going to be very high owned. I think I'm going to fade Bueller. You and I were talking a little bit off air. I want to give Clevenger a start before he goes. He hasn't pitched against Major League pitching in what feels like about a month now, when he got sent down because he's kind of a dickhead. I'll say it. So against Colorado, now they're not in Colorado, so that makes him playable right off the bat. Colorado has been bad since there's like 13-3 start. They just think they're under 500 already, so surprise. But I mean, that lineup is still that lineup, right? You still got Trevor Story, you still got Nolan Arenado, you still got some other dudes in there that can hit the ball. I mean, Chuck Nasty is still Chuck Nasty. I mean, how do you feel about Clevenger going up against the Rockies, even with it being in a much more pitcher-friendly park, but a leaning pitcher-friendly park in San Diego?
I like Clevenger. I mean, a little bit. The one thing that's really going to get me here is that I think he's going to come out with guns blazing here, but I like the bats on the Padres more than I like Clevenger. I think Clevenger could be good. He could be a good pivot. I'm personally going to go elsewhere. Honestly, I'm not. I'm gonna lean Heaney. I'm gonna eat the ownership. I like Lynn. I love Cease. Even another one is Hauser, but like Clevenger, no. I think I'm actually gonna pass on him there.
Polo Jim Faden, Mike Clevenger. I think it's because he has long hair, and now you're all like kind of stuck up in that polo T-shirt. You're all
You
kind
just
of
call
too
me
much
stuck
starch.
up, Mike. I don't
Dude,
like
too
being
much
called
starch.
stuck up, Mike.
Dude, too much starch in your dry cleaning. I'm just telling you, you gotta chill that stuff out a little bit. In terms of kind of finding a little extra value, again, Andrew Haney is not very expensive at 8,400, especially for a pitcher, and Lance Lynn at 9,400. So you're saving a couple bucks. It's not like a DeGrom or a Garrett Cole is up in your lineup, but in terms of anyone a little bit lower, are you looking anywhere to maybe, either pick on a team or just somebody that you're looking and say, hey, maybe they can come out guns blazing and we'll see what happens. I mean, Sixto Sanchez is sitting down here at 6,200. I know he's going up against that Atlanta lineup, but dude is a fireballer and has been striking everybody out, it seems, recently.
Bro. Oh, I mean, I guess
Ugh.
he can have one of those 6-7K games, but I don't. It's Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Oh, they hit righties really well, man. They got a 228 ISO. That's third in the league. Are you not? No, are you nuts? You're crazy. Get out of here, bro. 124 WRC plus. What? Oh my God. Stop it right now. That isn't enough is enough. No more talking to this shit here of playing Miami. Go away.
My
Go
goodness.
anybody on Miami.
Man,
Go
that stuck up
stop.
comment really, really resonated with you, man.
Oh
That's all I
my
had to say. Jeez.
God.
All right, and we got just a comment here from Eric Johnson. He's saying, what about Logan Webb? And I may have even brought that up to Jim before we started. We want to pick on Seattle. It is in San Francisco, so again, nice pitchers parked there. Seattle strikes out at just an enormous rate. How do you feel? Maybe if you're really trying to save a couple extra bucks, maybe you eat the ownership of Haney, and rather than going Lynn, you pivot down to Logan Webb, which really lets you do some fun stuff with bats. How do you feel about him tonight?
I mean, okay, I don't mind him. I don't mind him. I feel like that's going to be something that a lot of people are also going to do. I feel like a lot of people are going to pivot to him because of the ownership elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not necessarily big on that, especially because Seattle has a 4-run implied total. So they're not sitting there to a 3 RI. They got a 4. I mean, Giants got a 5.1. It's not, I feel like it's going to be a higher scoring game than a lot of people think. You got a 9-run overall total. I think this could be an actual spot, which is going to sound gross, to actually slip in some Seattle bets.
Gross.
That's
Ew, that sounds
disgusting.
disgusting. You're yelling at me about potentially throwing in this rookie phenom in Sixto Sanchez. Now, maybe I'm hyperbolizing that a little bit,
Rookie
but
phenom. He's on
you're
Miami. There's
that
not a
doesn't
single
that
phenom.
doesn't mean he's not bad. That doesn't mean he's not bad. The dude's been
He's
incredible.
bad.
He's not.
No, he's not bad, but he's not good in this spot. Don't do it.
I'm gonna throw my pen right through the screen at you, Polo Jim. Friggin' Polo Jim. All right.
I'll hit you with a calculator. I got 7 of them, I think.
I don't want to yell about pitching anymore. That was fun. Let's talk some stacks. Let's talk something that's near and dear to my heart. We got these Mets bats, baby. We got these Mets bats going up in Baltimore. Who are we playing? John Means. Who the hell is he? I don't know. He's going
A
down
bomb?
tonight. What?
Sorry.
Are you being John Means to me?
I was just
Jim
being mean.
Thompson? Polo Jim? Stop being John Means to
Mean.
me. Let's talk about these Mets
Need a
bats a
little
little bit.
mean. What was that?
Talk to me about these Mets bats a little bit. I want to hear you say really nice things to me now because you were just kind of mean to me, honestly.
I'm going to talk to you about these Mets bats. But the thing is, like, if you're going to come over here and you're going to say start playing Baltimore, I might punch you in the face.
I'm not. I promise
Yeah,
you.
okay,
I'm not.
thank you.
Even though Waka does suck, I will say that. Michael Waka sucks. You heard it here first, folks. You heard it
This
here
is
first.
fair. He really does suck. But I really do like the Mets today. It's a lot. Like, a lot. They're probably my favorite stack without question. I mean, you got McNeil, Davis, Conforto, Frazier, Alonso, Marisnik, Jimenez, Ramos, Rosario. I actually like the bottom of the lineup better than the top. I would like it actually in this spot. I would like a 5 through 9 area, just because you could also save. You have Alonso in there. He's got 4,700 on D. He's 4,700 on DK. I think he's in a good spot too. I like the bottom of the stack here. I think this could be a way to also get contrarian, because normally people are going to focus on 1 through 5, 1 through 6, especially when you look at a team like the Mets right now that seem to be underpriced and actually being overlooked as well, which could also go into play, especially in bigger GPPs. I think if you run a lineup with Alonso, Marisnik, Jimenez, Ramos, and maybe even skip one and pop up to McNeil, and maybe even run a 4 or 5 stack of them. I think that's a solid way to go here too, especially against no means, right?
No means. One thing I
You
will say,
like that one? That was
I
great.
feel bad. I feel bad about leaving Michael Conforto out of the lineup because the dude is like top 15 in all freaking offensive categories this year.
I
He's been
mean,
an absolute
I
stud. But
mean,
again, if you gotta go, it's difficult to really pivot that way. For some reason, also it doesn't look like Dom Smith is in the lineup. So seems like a Mets manager made that lineup because that dude has been hot as shit recently. So unless he's hurt and when I was getting married, I saw something or I didn't see something. That dude should just be in the lineup every day because he's been absolutely fantastic. So yeah, you can get a nice 5-man Met stack in there, and the remaining average per player is still 4,600 if we're going with Lance Lynn and Andrew Heaney. So there's definitely a lot of fun stuff we can do
go.
with that. Boom. With a Met stack right there. So that is a lot of fun. So let's hop and let's look at another stack that we're really liking. We're liking the Chicago White Sox, if I'm not mistaken, tonight. Yes, we
We
are.
absolutely
Yes, we
are.
are. So these dudes are expensive. They're also going up against a just Pittsburgh team. I don't even know who the hell's pitching for Pittsburgh tonight. Oh, poor Joe Musgrove. That's so sad. So they're going up. They have been just absolutely just red hot. They're so good. But they're also, I mean, Mets didn't have a player over 4,700, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7 in this lineup are 4,600 or more. So it's expensive, but talk to me, Jim. Where are you looking to make some money on the Chicago White Sox tonight?
Everywhere.
Love it. That was done. All right, to the next stack. No,
Actually,
talk to
I
me.
really like the middle of the stack, 3 through 6, more than anything. But you got Grandal, Abreu, Jimenez, and Encarnacion. I like those 4. Those are probably my top 4 on the stack there. And then I could literally plug and play anybody else on this team as well. I do really like everybody on that team.
A little difficult to play Abreu and Encarnacion, though. That's the only problem.
Oh
Yikes.
shit! Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, 2 first basemen. This isn't FanDuel, Jim. Come on, this isn't FanDuel.
Wait, what do you mean? One's a fuck. Oh,
Language.
never mind.
One's a DH, one's a first baseman, I guess. I don't actually know what's going on there. Is there
Yeah,
anywhere
none of
else
them
we
have
can
dual
pivot?
eligibility, do they?
Yeah, it's kind of shitty. Well, Grandal does. He's catcher first baseman, but that just makes the long jab even more. So
Yeah.
where else are you interested in Luis Robert? Are you interested in maybe saving a couple bucks with Maraza or Madrigal, or are you pretty much just going to say these 3 dudes? Maybe we can even throw in Moncada if we're really feeling it. That way we can get that 4-man stack in there. What are you looking at?
I mean, like I said, I mean, I like everybody on the White Sox. I could roll with any stack as long as I'm not jumping too many spots. If
Mhm,
I'm going to run a 3 through 6 stack, I'm going to run a 3 through 6 stack, or I'm going to run 3 of the 4 in that range.
mhm.
And the most I'm going to do is skip one spot. So I could run a 3, 4, 5, 7, or 4, 5, 7, 9 stack, or something like that. So no matter what, like whenever you guys are there, and everyone's got to look at it this way. When
Mhm.
you guys if somebody gets on base, you need to have that person that can knock that run in, knock that player in your lineup to be able to score more. The more players that you have that are on base at the same time, the more runs and the more points you're going to score.
I love it. Also, Jason chimed in. He said Maraza, so I'm just gonna plug Maraza in there, just to make him happy. Hope that makes you happy, Jay. So that looks nice. That looks nice, man.
Gross. I'm
I
just
nope.
kidding. I really like it.
Sorry, Jay. That wasn't me. That was Jim.
I was just kidding.
So you can have a lot of fun with this one. Again, you can plug in Encarnacion here when he's hitting in the 6th spot. He's much cheaper than Jose Abreu, about $900 cheaper. So you can kind of save a little bit if you kind of are leaning one way or the other. Jose Abreu isn't hitting 3 home runs a game anymore like he was a couple weeks ago, but that was a lot of fun. Let's move on to another stack we got. We got 2 more for the people here and about, I don't know what we got. A little less than 30 minutes up till lock. So let's get this in. Let's go over to San Diego, as we all know what that is German for. What are you looking at here? I mean, this San Diego team has been so much fun to watch. I know we both said we're kind of off Clevenger a little bit. Yes, Jason, Mazara, whatever. Mazzara. Oh, I said Maraza. That's funny. That's why you spelled it out for me. I appreciate that.
He got you
Got me.
good,
I
dude.
got everybody.
No,
I got. All right, Jim, talk to me a little bit about this Fernando Tatis Jr. led squad over here in beautiful sunny San Diego.
any possible way, I'd love to get Tatis Jr. in there, especially the way he's playing. It's disgusting. He's going to be the first person I start. He's 6K, which is disgusting, but it's
It's a
also
lot.
well worth it. If and trying to run him and Machado will be gross at 6K and 5,800, but you can run like a skipper stack in this too, though, because you could run a 2, 4, 6, 8 if you want to. I don't recommend 2, 4, 6, 8. I would recommend like a 2, 4, 5, 7 or something along that lines. But I definitely want to get Tatis in there for sure. I don't mind Grisham. Grisham's hit or miss, honestly, for me personally. I like Nola a little bit, but a lot of people aren't going to look at him either because he's going to go under own. He's not looking like he's not the big name, let's say, like a lot of people know as a catcher, and they're not going to want to pay 5,100 for a catcher or anything like that. So even Profar at 3,900 could be decent. I think that's kind of just about where I'm going to go. I could even run some one-offs from them as well. If you're going to run like if you need an absolute one-off, you could run a one-off from just about anyone in this lineup, honestly.
Yeah, this lineup is super stacked. Now, again, if we do run that, 1, 2, 4, 5, 8, what we've been talking about with Nola, Moreland, Tatis Jr., Grisham, and Profar, does get a little expensive. As we can see, we have about 2,700.
A little, huh?
2,700 left per player. One thing that I totally agree with you. I think a lot of people are going to be off Nola. Not really a big name. He has been great this year. My season-long team appreciates it. But I could even say, we can potentially just pivot off him a little bit, really punt catcher in one of these other spots. That way, if we are looking to get some Mets in there, that way, if we are getting to look some of those White Sox, who, as I said, are crazy expensive in there as well. Catcher is definitely a spot we can kind of punt a little bit and make sure that there's a little bit of extra room for us. Talk to me.
One thing that could happen here is that it could go. I already think the Padres are going to go low owned in the first place. I think they're going to go overlooked because how expensive they are. But another situation here, you could run like, even if you look at their 4 through 9, it's cheaper.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So you could, you like that,
ladies and gentlemen.
it's cheaper. No, but I'm saying like you could run that as a contrarian stack in a GPP as well, because everybody in this lineup is solid. That it's not like you're playing a 5 through 9 that you're like hoping and praying to get some runs. Like you're almost guaranteed some points from this 5 through 9 here. So I could see that there too, and you could even do that with even a light Milwaukee stack, maybe something like that.
Maybe a little drizzle of Milwaukee on top of it.
Very little drizzle.
Well, thankfully, that's what we call in the business a segue. So we can have a lot of fun with this Padres team, but let's give the people something they didn't know, right? Let's talk about that Milwaukee team and where are you trying to find that drizzle? Where are you really trying to find the accoutrement for your lineup here to really find some of these dudes who you got these two guys up top, Christian Yelich, crazy expensive, Keston Herrera, really expensive, and then the rest of the lineup just kind of drops off like a rock. We have 1, 2, 3 players under 2,500 or under, and we also have a catcher, Omar Narvaez. Thanks, Jim. He's at 3K, so you can get a bunch of this lineup, almost half the lineup, just at 3K or under. So where are you looking to take advantage of the lineup, Jim? Big Jim, Polo Jim.
The 4 players that are 3K or under.
Okay, cool. Let's just that.
That's pretty much it. No, honestly, you could even run like a 3-man stack too, run 7-8-1 or something like that, along the lines of that. But you don't want to jump too much either. So you could run a 7-8-1. You could run you could even run 5 through 5. Wow, 5 through 1 is pretty much cheap as it can be. I mean, you'll have to fade Yelich and Giorgio, but and Hira, but like I think it would be worth it just to fit in like the better stacks like we were talking about there, like just trying to get in some more White Sox, or even if you wanted to get some expensive Braves in there, expensive Padres in there, this is going to be your main GPP value stack that you're going to have almost no choice. I mean, they're not great, don't get me wrong, but they're in a decent spot, not great, but it's also their prices. Like this is how you win a GPP. You get 1 or 2 of these cheap guys in your lineup, and they just happen to bank a few bank a few hits, get a home run, whatever. That's all you're going to need. You're only going to need a few points from these guys that are 23, 25, 3K. You're not going to need a ton. and you could get the rest of your points from the other guys that you're paying up for. And I feel like this is a good way to go about, especially on this 9-gamer. You have so many expensive stacks that I feel like this is just this. I feel like Milwaukee should be a priority. Milwaukee or Detroit. Let me put that out there, because I feel like it's going to be a closer game than a lot of people think. You got Milwaukee, which is 5. It's also, they got a 5 run implied, or 5 runs implied, and then total, and then you got Detroit with 4. So I mean, it's going to be a closer game. It should hit the right around the overall game total of 9. I feel like Detroit's going to put up points too, and they're also cheap as well. So to be contrarian away from Milwaukee, where a lot of people are going to go to get value, you could possibly pivot and get some leverage from Detroit.
I like that. But everyone's going to Milwaukee because you told them to go to Milwaukee, but now you're telling them to go to Detroit. So now everyone's going to be on Detroit. So you should be contrarian. You should be double contrarian and just stick with Milwaukee. Or you could be triple contrarian, which I don't think we've ever seen before in the history of MLB DFS, especially here with Polo Jim, first-time listener, first-time caller, first-time, long-time, I'm sorry, coming in and telling us. But no, I agree with you. I think, this Milwaukee team, I had much, much higher hopes. I think their, season total at the beginning was like 32. And I was like, oh, they'll smash that. Does not look like they're going to come close to that, unfortunately. But the Detroit team has been much, much better than people think. And I do think, as I agree with you, there's not too much pitching in this game. So I think there's an opportunity for, as you said, maybe you get lucky. You hit on a couple of these guys, especially in this Milwaukee game. If you are trying to fit a real juicy San Diego stack in there, if you're really
That's good how you
hard,
did that. It kind of made me a little sick, but it was good how you did that.
Good. Go throw up in your trash basket. I'll continue to
Oh
talk.
god, yeah.
If you're really trying, again, those White Sox, again, this is a great place. Or if you're trying to do a couple
the nasty Sox, get some. All right, I'm done.
Thank you. If you're really trying to get a 3-man stack from either, or 4-man, 3-man from and then you really just need a couple places just to fill in, this is where we can find that value. If we can get a couple dudes at 2,300, especially Ben Gamel at 2,300 leading off a game, you really don't see that too often, people.
Oh my God.
Granted, there's a reason why he's 2,300 leading off a game. Let's remember, but still, there's the value there. So, Big Jim. This was a blast. We're going to be doing a lot more of these. You can see.
Wait, we're done?
I mean, yeah. Dude, locks in like 10 minutes. People need to make their damn lineups. You gave them all this incredible information. Now they need to go make their lineups.
Also, I like random. This is completely random. I like a Schwarber one-off.
Okay.
I had to throw that out there. I don't know why.
Appreciate it. What's his price? Just so that people know.
I don't even remember.
Perfect. I'll look it up as you kind of throw these random things at
4,600. Sorry.
4,600. All good. You're good. So that other people know. All right, Jim. You're gonna go make some lineups. I'm gonna go finish my dinner. Where can everybody find you on the internet?
You guys can find me 24/7, 365 in any channel on our Discord. My Discord name is J Thompson No P DFS at Win Daily Discord, and then I'm also on Twitter. You get a hold of me on there at J Thompson DFS No P Thompson. You can reach me there whenever you want to, or you can even just check out all of our articles, and we're all there, and you can find a way to get to me through one of our amazing articles too. That's good too.
That works too. Honestly, I don't know how Twitter allowed you so many characters in that name, like Jim Thompson, DFS, no P. Like that just seems like it's way too many letters. But hey,
because I really
no P and Thompson. I'm sorry, you're right. I presented it incorrectly.
You're a funny guy.
It's a lot, man. It is a mouthful, but no P in any of that. So appreciate the hell out of you. Yes, as Jim said, you can find him in literally every single one of the channels. And when he says 24/7, he means it, people. He means it. So somebody go test that out. Go test that out. 3:30 in the morning.
Make sure you tag me.
You just got to tag him, and then he'll be able to wake up and answer whatever question, even if it's a weird one. Like,
I don't sleep.
Why is there no P in Thompson? Right? We don't really know. But
ask my dad. I don't know.
Don't think that was your dad's decision. Maybe there's some other stuff going on there, but I'm gonna let that one die.
Yeah,
you can find me at Michael Raziel 1. Make sure to follow us at Win Daily Sports. You'll see me back here on the live stream in like 2 hours or something. We're doing NFL. We're doing PGA tonight. It's a busy day, but it's a fun day. We love it. That's why we do it. For Jim, for everybody in the Win Daily Sports family, for myself, I really hope you make it a very profitable evening.